Victoria will open international borders, much like New South Wales is on November 1?
Well, Victoria won't open international borders. It's the Commonwealth who will open international borders, and I think the Prime Minister made his position pretty clear the other day. But I'm very keen that we have a National Cabinet meeting and that we get everybody on the same page, and that there's, as best we can, a consistent quarantine process, a consistent set of dates for when different groups of people, whether they're international students, business visas, returning Australians, whether they be permanent residents or Australian citizens, whatever other kind of green zone arrangements that the Commonwealth may well, like a New Zealand type arrangement, if they've got others of those that they want to put forward, all of that really does fall to the Commonwealth government. There's some irony that this whole thing has come down to who's responsible for what, given that we have rather rewritten who's responsible for what over the last 20 months. But I don't issue visas or passports. That's a matter for the Commonwealth government. But we want to have, and be in no doubt, we will have a quarantine system that is as light touch as possible. And when you get to 90 plus vaccination rates, we always have more options. And we've made that point hundreds and hundreds of times. That's why it's so pleasing. And it's why I think we're all so proud of each other that we've gone and got the jab in record time and in record numbers. It does give us more options. It means we might be able to do, in fact, we almost certainly will be able to do some home-based quarantine for some people, no quarantine for others, if they're double dose vaccinated and they've got a negative test.
What about red zone arrivals from New South Wales tomorrow? I think the rules change tonight.
They do, as I understand it, yes.
What are you expecting in terms of numbers coming?
Well, I think there'll be significant numbers of people that, for the best of reasons, and I thank them for the sacrifice they've made. They were not coming to Melbourne, they were not coming to regional Victoria. Things have now changed. It's now safe for them to come home. And, you know, as we've always said, we don't want people locked out of our state, and we don't want people locked in their homes. And the key to that was people getting the jab, and millions and millions of people have.
Will they be Victorians coming home, do you think, or tourists from New South Wales?
I think in the main there'll be people who at least spend, or whether they're Victorians or people who, the vast majority will be Victorians. There'll be some others who spend significant amount of time in Victoria every year, but I think there'll be people coming home in the main.
There's been reports that there's thousands of people wanting non-urgent elective surgeries that have been delayed because of COVID-19. Is that a concern for you? A lot of these.
Look, everyone wants their surgery as fast as they possibly can, no matter what category they're put into. Like if you need surgery, then you want that surgery fast. Of course you do. We provided literally hundreds of millions of dollars earlier this year to try and catch up on the backlog from last year. Then, of course, you know, we finish up with this Delta variant comes to Melbourne. Came once or twice. I think we defeated it. Then it came and we could not keep it under control. And months and months later, we've had to modify elements of elective surgery again. That wasn't a choice that's made lightly. It's not something we enjoy doing in any way. So just like last year, there was a big effort to catch up. Next year there'll be a big effort to catch up as well.